Hey guys, it's Forx from ez, and I'm here today with a video explaining the mechanics of the new raid boss, the Tome Keeper, in Zenith the Last City. Unlike the other raids, the only thing in the Twilight Athenaeum is the boss, who you'll notice is floating in the center of the room. You will have to have 4 party members put their hands on the books surrounding the boss in order to fight him. Like most other bosses, the Tome Keeper has a variety of different attacks that it will try to use against you. One of its most common attacks is the triple ball toss, which is aptly named, as the Tome Keeper raises one hand to their side, lays the other hand flat, and 3 to 6 balls appear in the air above them. The balls will generally land in front of them, so get behind the boss and look into the sky to make sure that they are not going to land on you. Another very common attack is Shadow's Embrace. This attack functions similarly to a jump rope. Tome Keeper will stop floating and land, and then will make a hand motion like it is praying or reading a book. This attack does damage in an area around the boss, and a ring will appear from the edge of the map. Before it reaches you, jump over the ring. The best way to avoid this attack is initially avoid standing near the raised platform that Tome Keeper is floating above, as this is where the initial AoE will hit. And for the ring, it is easier to jump over if you get to the inner platform and jump off in order to gain extra height to ensure survival. It is still possible to survive on the outer platform, but it is cutting it close. In the newest version, the red projection does not occur for the ring that converges from the outside. Another frequent attack is Scholar's Squall. This attack is 2 lasers that are emitted from each of Tome Keeper's hands. This attack occurs when the boss raises its arms out to the sides at a 180-degree angle, and its hands turn blue or purple. This attack hits the initial sides where the hands are pointing and converges to the middle point between both hands. Also, an AoE occurs on the center slightly raised platform that the boss stands on, so make sure to get behind him to avoid the lasers, but not close enough to get hit by the central AoE. If you are already in the middle of where the lasers will converge when the attack is initialized, dash or teleport to the middle and dodge to the side to avoid being hit as the lasers converge. Next is Book Tornadoes. Tome Keeper will point with both hands and move them back and forth. For this attack, Tome Keeper will spawn books one by one over the top of the person who is aggro, so have the tank run around the outside of the platform while avoiding standing underneath the books to allow the rest of the party to keep hitting the boss while the attack occurs. Keep an eye out, especially after stagger, for Bookshells. Tome Keeper will raise its left hand towards the sky and place its right hand at its side, and a purple orb will spawn in his left hand. This attack causes an outward AoE starting from the boss. To avoid the AoE, go to the outside edge of the outer platform. You'll notice that there are bookshelves floating around the edge of the room. Jump up onto one, and the attack will miss you. In a pinch, you can also teleport on top of a bookshelf. While on a bookshelf, you can attack the boss via projectiles. Be careful though, as if you stay on the bookshelf for too long, it will drag you down with it as it sinks back down, so make sure you jump off as soon as it is safe. And after the initial wave passes, you can actually stand on top of the Tome Keeper. Once Tome Keeper reaches around 80% health, he will raise both of his hands up in front of him, and a vertical ring will appear around him, causing 4 wolf enemies to spawn. The same will happen at around 50% health, but instead 6 wolves will spawn. You will obviously have to worry about the damage that the wolves do on their own. However, if they are not killed fast enough, one of the wolves will explode and kill all the players in the raid. The best way to handle this is to gather them all up and unload AoEs on them. If you can gather them all up around the boss, you can also hit the boss with all the AoEs. When Tome Keeper sticks both arms out straight in front of himself and moves both arms side to side with a wrist flick, it will spawn 3 crystals. These crystals do not do any damage on their own, but will need to be destroyed immediately, as they buff the boss and any wolves with added attack power, attack speed, and defense. Have the tank keep aggro on the boss, and call out attacks while the rest of the party coordinates on focusing 1 crystal at a time and rotating onto the next together so that the tank knows where to face the boss. If the people destroying the crystals stand on the outer edge, they can face the boss, destroy the crystal, and avoid Rain of Shadows, as well as keep an eye out for Shadow's Embrace and Scholar's Squall. Another attack to look out for is Rain of Shadows. Tome Keeper will lay out one of its hands and bring a finger towards the palm of its hand. This attack will summon balls that hit the outer platform and leave a lingering AoE. To avoid this, stay on the inner platform and stay out of the purple pools after the attack is done. If you are attacking the crystals, stay on the very outer edge of the outer platform and once again avoid walking through the lingering purple pools. During this attack, a healing check occurs. The stars string together in the sky and do damage. Make sure that you have as much health and shield as possible when this occurs. The next attack is balls. For this attack, Tome Keeper raises its hands into the air, and you will see books contained inside of balls spawn in a ring in the sky. Then there are 2 sets of balls that start from the boss and spread outward. The first set is big and slow, while the second set is small and quick. This attack will hit the outer area of the inner platform, the staircases, and the inner area of the outer platform. If you are attacking the boss, get very close to it to avoid getting hit, and if you are destroying the crystals, get to the outer edge of the outer platform. The second set of balls have very strong pushback, so be wary. Also, make sure you avoid gliding during this attack, because you will get severely launched by the second set of balls. The final attack we are going to cover is Bookbonk. This attack only happens once Tome Keeper is below half health. It will conjure a stack of books above the targeted player, which will start to shake when they are about to fall. This will do damage to the area underneath the books. If the tank is targeted, they should get away from the rest of the group and absorb the damage. If anyone but the tank is targeted, they should jump into the group to split the damage taken between all players. And to end this video, let's cover some general tips. If you are not the tank, you should generally stay behind the boss, and clump to make things easier for the support. Using attacks that give Tome Keeper the attack slow debuff is very useful. If you stack up AP buffs right before you dump your mana on stagger, you can do a lot more damage. Use Blademaster support's Amara's Radiance to refresh the group's mana a little after each stagger starts, and then you can dump mana twice. Have a Blademaster tank if possible for Bonk to increase the stagger duration. In this case, you will not need an Essence Mage tank. You will really only need 1 tank and 1 support for this fight, with the rest being DPS. It would be preferred for both the tank and the support to be Blademasters if possible, because they have Bonk and Amara's Radiance. If you find you are dying a lot, you should switch one of the DPS out for an additional healer. Most importantly, make sure you take your time, watch the boss's hands, coordinate with your party, and as always, have fun playing Zenith.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Zealots content, and remember, it's GG easy with EZ.